Johnny and Channel are still standing in their wedding dress in the hospital with Abe by Paulina's bed. Kayla tells them that they got rid of cancer. Paulina may have trouble speaking and will have to stay in hospital for observation, but for now all she needs is plenty of rest. Kayla congratulates Johnny and Channel on their marriage and welcomes them to the Valentine's Club. After Constantine cooks at home, he and Maggie talk in the living room. Maggie was happy to see Doug and Julie, so enthusiastic after so much confusion, and says the kids are starting to win Constantine's sweet hearts. Constantine gives her a Valentine's Day card. He doesn't want to cross any boundaries, he just wants to tell her how much he means to her. Jada, hanging out with Stephanie and Rafe at the bar, reveals that Everett is her ex-husband, Bobby Stain. Everett claims to have never met her before. Rafe tries to calm Jada down by suggesting that the two men just seem that way. Jada knows that behind Everett's beard is the man who broke her heart and spirit. She frantically scrolls through her phone and shows him their engagement photo. Everett acknowledges his resemblance to the clean-shaven man, but they all have opposing sides. Jada yells that she's taking him to the station to be fingerprinted and prove he's Robert Stain. At the hospital, Kayla gives Paulina a board to communicate and leaves. Johnny and Channel provide him with everything he needs. Paulina writes that she has everything she needs. A nurse comes in with a cake delivered by the Channel staff. Paulina writes that they should leave the piece until she is ready to eat. The nurse finds Kayla in the center to tell her that she was invited to Price's room for cake. Tripp also didn't show up for his turn. Kayla calls and leaves him some messages. After discussing Greek holiday traditions, Victor and Constantine's love, Maggie asks if Constantine has children of his own. He grimly explains that he had a daughter named Katharina. He was everything to her, but a tragic accident happened. Maggie sympathizes with the pain of losing a child. He goes on to explain that he adored Katharina's mother, but their marriage did not survive her death. At the bar, Everett thoughtfully asks Rafe if it's possible for Jada to lose it. The sequence explodes, accusing him of lighting the gas. When she found out he cheated on her, she gave him divorce papers, but he became a ghost. Everett repeats that he is not Bobby. They were never married. A pensive Stephanie interrupts and recalls that Everett said he had retrograde amnesia when he woke up from his coma. Maybe that's why he doesn't remember Jada. Rafe doesn't know what to believe, but offers to investigate. Everett has nothing to hide. Jada can tell from his eyes that she knows him and that he is the same lying and cheating bastard. Everett sticks to his story and thinks her insults are crazy. Rafe suggests they call it a night. Jada begs Stephanie not to let her be a punching bag any longer than she already is. He then warns Everett that he will be found out and he will get what he deserves. Rafe follows Jada as she storms out. Johnny pulls out the guitar and serenades his bride in Paulina's room. When he's done, the young couple torture each other until Paulina writhes in pain. Channel runs to the doctor. Kayla rushes back as Paulina squirms on the bed. Maggie tells Constantine that she is always there if he needs to talk. She appreciates it and asks if she can kiss him. He bends over to pick. She bids him goodnight and leaves the room. Maggie is impressed. At Square, Rafe reaches Jada, who is screaming for Everett. Rafe says he's been with Everett a few times. Seems like a decent guy. Jada's eyes tremble. You think I'm lying, don't you? Of course not, but they have to be careful with his accusations. All Jada knows is that the moment she saw Everett, all the old wounds opened up. He says Rafe doesn't know what Bobby did to him and what he might do to Stephanie. Jada wants to go to the station now and knock over all the Everett Lynch rocks. Because it's important to her, it's important to Rafe, but she reminds him that it's late, and it's still Valentine's Day. He promises to get to the bottom of it tomorrow. For now, he suggests they go home and order his favorite dish. He weakly agrees. He hugs her and promises to find out what's going on. Alone with Everett in a bar, Stephanie asks, "You're not really Bobby Stain." Everett states that Jada is a complete stranger to him. Stephanie again wonders if she doesn't remember her life with Jada because of the accident. He admits that there are gaps in his memory, but not years or entire relationships. He remembers getting married. Stephanie remembers Everett telling her he bought her an engagement ring before the accident. Then Jada tells how she found a large credit card payment at a jewelry store, but Bobby hasn't bought her anything in months.